Hello, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. The title of today's video is, What did you create today? It's very important to create something every single day, just so that you keep the creative juices flowing, and you have that daily habit of making something. It's so difficult when you haven't made anything creative in weeks, and you have to force yourself to sit down at the desk, and you're faced with this blank page, and it's so much pressure. But if you're creating a little bit every day, you sort of build this incremental progress, and it just becomes a part of your daily routine that you can do automatically instead of feeling like you really have to force yourself to put something out there. You're just kind of automatically, almost passively creating things when you make it a part of your daily routine. And I think that a lot of people put pressure on themselves to really create some big project. Like, I have to be working on a novel, or I have to be, working on some massive painting or something like that. But it honestly doesn't have to be that way. And especially when you're earlier into your creative practice, like doing something very small, like maintaining a sketchbook or having a journal can be very beneficial. And it's a very easy and casual way to do something creative every single day. There are also things that maybe we don't think of as being creative that actually really are quite creative and can actually be very beneficial to our artistic practice. Like, for example, putting together like a cute outfit, or like doing your makeup in some certain way. Like, that is creativity because you're sort of creating a look for yourself for the day and you're engaging those creative centers in your brain. But it's very important to do it consciously and not just on autopilot. Like with the example of doing makeup, like if you're just putting on makeup, like I need to put on some concealer under my eye bags because then everyone's gonna think I look ugly, like that is not creative. Like, you're not benefiting so much from that. But if you decide to research, maybe, oh, I love how this celebrity looked in this decade, and you're putting together sort of a mood board, or you're really focused on, I really want to find a way to enhance these certain features, or use this color palette today, then that's kind of a very mindful creative practice. So really the essence of it is how mindful you are about it, and that you're really putting your creative energy into it. And then in that way, almost anything can be creative. Even something like rearranging the furniture in your house to, be more pleasing to the eye, or organizing your desk. If you have a lot of art supplies overflowing, it can actually be kind of creative to find a creative solution to how to organize things in your home. Things like cooking are very creative. Cooking and baking. I mean, baking's kind of my favorite, but I still cook almost every day too, so I guess in a way maybe I cook more than I bake, but baking to me is a little bit more fun creatively. There's sort of this way of how do you creatively use ingredients to bring out the best sort of flavors, and you're really activating those sensory aspects of taste, and then also composition, bringing together different ingredients, and preparation of things like knife skills and really cutting things into precise little increments, and you're focusing your fine motor skills. So in this way, cooking is very creative. Coming up with your own recipes, of course. And this can be a really inspiring process too as well. Just the shapes that sort of emerge and the colors and, the way you can plate the final dish. It can just bring a lot of inspiration when it comes to composing an image. And what did I create today? Today I created, well, I wrote in my journal a little bit, and then I did a couple sketchbook pages, and then I baked croissants from scratch, which was actually way easier than I thought it would be. I don't know why I was so intimidated by it, but yeah, it was pretty easy to bake croissants. And then also I have to make my zine of the day, which is a challenge that I'm doing every day for the month of May, which that's another great way to make your creative practice daily, is participate in some sort of challenge. And you could even start the challenge. It doesn't need to be some big official thing. Just make a little Instagram hashtag and do whatever blah blah a day, and then other people will start to be inspired by it and start doing it too. So I've seen people do sort of a self-portrait every single day, or drawing other people's portraits every day, different landscape compositions every day, an autobiographical comic of the day. It could be something like a photo of the day. It's fun to sort of make it into a challenge for yourself, because sort of introducing that gamified, sort of almost competitive aspect too can really make it a little bit easier for you to find joy in that, rather than, sometimes it does kind of feel like you're spinning your wheels, even when you're working on creative things every single day and you're doing really well. Just if you're not really having any framework to share it in, then it can kind of feel it's hard to keep yourself motivated, especially if you're kind of a dopamine addict who likes to play a lot of video games and spend time on social media. It can be really hard to push yourself to develop those skills. So just to make it a little easier for yourself. And that's even when I feel like honestly posting my work to Instagram really helped me draw every day, because I kind of like, I really loved seeing the numbers go up, and not so much like the likes or the followers, like I don't really care about that, but just seeing the post number go up every day. And just being able to remind myself that I've made a drawing every day for, you know, however many months. And then like also being able to reflect on the past drawings I've made. So giving yourself a space to share your creativity, or maybe keep track of it in some way. Like even something like a binder where maybe you pull out the best sketches from your sketchbook or that sort of thing. Or keeping your sketchbooks really organized in a way that you can easily access them to reflect on them. And honestly, okay, this one might be controversial, but I think that you can be creative on social media. And like, I don't mean like reposting things or like scrolling mindlessly, but using create mode on Instagram. Okay, that is creative, because you're coming up with a joke and that sort of thing. You're exercising your comedic powers. So in that sense, like, you know, making like a funny one-liner or whatever, that is a creative practice, because you're improving your abilities as like a stand-up comedian, or like your comedic timing or whatever. And, you know, I never thought I was a funny person, but sometimes I post things on Instagram and people are like, oh, that's so funny. And I'm like, because I'm not really used to people in my real life finding me funny. So it's kind of refreshing to see that like maybe some people get my sense of humor on the internet. Okay, and about the sad clown makeup, yeah, honestly, okay, I almost crashed out last week. Like, I did crash out last week, but like, it was an internal crash out. But then externally, I was able to control myself and like lock in and not. But like, yeah, I was a really sad clown this week until I got things in order. Like, I talked to my psychotherapist, and not even about the situation that was making me sad, because it's not that type of therapy. Like, I don't talk about like my real life like that. It's like talking about dreams. So I talked about my dreams, and I remembered a dream that essentially was like, lock in and like don't lash out, like do not crash out. And then I reminded myself that a couple days passed and like I was fine. And it's crazy, like I could have actually, like it actually could have been so bad for me. So just, yeah, never crash out. That's my word of advice. Go like bake 3 batches of cookies and make some croissant dough from scratch, and don't crash out. And do some sad clown makeup to externalize your feelings that you can't externalize through actions, because that would be really bad for you. So but also don't keep them bottled up, because that's also really bad for you. Keep a journal or something. And oh yeah, I was wondering like if any of you, my lovely viewers, have any requests for video topics, could you please like leave a comment, or you can message me privately, just because sometimes I feel not so inspired to make a video, but I do kind of enjoy sharing things with people. So if you ever have any sort of suggestions, that would just make my life a little bit easier. And then like also because I want to make content that my viewers actually enjoy, because I'm just kind of like throwing darts, you know, like I don't really know what people actually want to see. So if you are one of my beloved viewers and you actually have some sort of input on that, like I would really appreciate it. Because yeah, I've not been feeling too inspired recently, and you know, I write a lot in my journal, but it's like, I don't really know, like a lot of that stuff is not the type of stuff I want to share, because I just feel like it's like just like so personal that I actually don't think, it's not like that I'm private or anything, because I'm not a very private person, like I'm a very open book, but it's just like I don't think anyone would really enjoy that. So I don't know. Anyway, like have you been watching any TV recently? I have been watching, like I don't approve of TV, okay? Do not watch TV. But I have been watching The Rehearsal, and it's so funny. Like, my favorite part so far is like, this is not spoilers or whatever, okay, it's the woman who has the psychosexual obsession with Einstein. Oh my god, I was laughing so hard, and like, because I can honestly kind of relate to that, of like weird historical figures that you've had like psychosexual obsessions with, like and then also like her trying to explain it, just because I feel like women's psychosexual fantasies are so different to men's, which like, and it's just, it's not even something you can explain, and I'm not even gonna try to explain it, because I don't want to like ruin this for women or whatever. Like, we're keeping it in our own private little world that men will never be able to understand, because I feel like when I watched that scene, like, right, you can relate to her so much, you're like, no, I get it. But then like Nathan Fielder's reaction is like, he doesn't get it at all. But anyway, like I just, if you haven't seen it, you're not even gonna know what I'm talking about, so whatever. Any other TV? Yeah, so I've started rewatching Nathan For You, because it's like the funniest ever, and it's like just, it's inspired me to be more of a troll, because I feel like if you're a really considerate person, sometimes it's hard to troll people, because you're really like cushioning other people's emotional responses, and like, you know that if you troll them a little too hard and they don't get it, then it like could hurt their feelings or something, or they'd just be kind of confused because you're acting crazy. But there is so much comedic value to be found in trolling that even if there's no cameras and it's just you one-on-one with another person, the comedic value for yourself from trolling another person, it's just invaluable. Like, you have to troll. It's stop being so nice to people. That's my message. And then on the topic of money, yeah, I don't even know, like, I feel like I should not be spending money because I don't make a lot of money right now, and I'm honestly kind of in debt from going to art school. But I also feel like it's kind of tacky to like beg for money, but at the same time, like, if people are feeling generous and they want to give you money, you should accept it. So this is my humble like ask for you, my lovely viewers, is that if you want to support my video content and get more content, like, so that I can buy more face paint, yeah, you can donate to the link in the video description because I want to buy more clown makeup, but like, it's just like I did the cost benefit analysis and it's like I'm making $0 from YouTube and I'm spending money on clown makeup. Like, no, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I just cannot justify it in my current financial situation. So, you know, if you are like a generous person, you have money to spare, like, I would appreciate it. And then I was thinking about like, okay, like, I need to get myself one big treat because there is this bottle of perfume that I want so bad. Like I've never wanted anything so bad in my entire life except this bottle of $400 bottle of perfume. And it's just like, again, that's just something you cannot justify. Like, I can't do it. But so I was trying to think of like things, the situation in which I could justify buying this perfume. So then I was thinking like, okay, if I got like a full-time job and I was making a lot of money, or if I paid off all my debt, then obviously I could justify it. When I turn 30, because I feel like that's such a big milestone, but like, okay, that's like 6 or more years away at this point. So like, I can't wait that long for a bottle of perfume. So then I was thinking like, what other age milestones are coming up, right? Okay, it's my birth year, you know, like Chinese zodiac, right? So I'm turning 24. It's the year of the snake, and it's supposed to be like a really big year for you when it's your when it corresponds with your birth zodiac. So I was thinking like, but then I was like, no, I'm pushing the goalposts too far because even though like it would be you know, if there's something to celebrate in this year, it's just, I need to stop thinking about it. And also because like I feel like other people actually don't appreciate perfume. Like, it actually will piss them off if you're wearing perfume around them. So it really is just a gift for myself. And like, I'm buying myself too many gifts, okay? Like, you don't even want to know how many bottles of ink I've bought in the last year. And I just keep going to the art supply store. I'm like, I need to make more art. I have an infinite supply of art supplies. I can make art for the rest of my life. I just need to buy paper, but like pens and stuff, I'm pretty much good. And yet, every week without fail, I go to the art supply store and I'm buying stupid stuff that I don't even need, and like probably a lot of it is not even archival materials. Like, it's just because the packaging is pretty or whatever. Like, I'm buying stupid like gel pens and like ink and stuff, and it's like, just like, stop, but I can't because it's some addiction. And then like in the moment I justify it, right? Like, I'm investing into my creative practice, and then I look at my bank statements and I'm like, why did I go to the art supply store? And it's also tough because like on my walk home, like I pass so many, like, it's just, that's a problem living in a big city. Like, if I was living in my little cabin in the middle of whatever rural, some random province, you know what I mean? Like, and you have to buy things online, then it would be harder for me, right? But when you're walking and you pass 3 different art supply stores and you're looking in the window, like, it's like that scene in Showgirls where everything's like, you know, she's seeing all the designer clothes or whatever. That's me, but I'm looking at like expensive pens. But like, honestly, I feel like I do kind of deserve it because I do go through sketchbooks really fast, and I feel like I should kind of be rewarding myself. Like, the donkey needs her carrot, you know what I mean? Because like I feel like I actually genuinely am putting in like hours of work into art every day, and I feel like because I'm not seeing any financial gain or like that much recognition from anyone except for myself, like, I just have to recognize myself in some way. But I'm trying to think of ways that I could recognize myself that don't necessarily involve spending money, like doing some sort of self-care ritual with the candles or something like that. Like, I don't really know about all that stuff. So, and then one more dilemma I'm facing in my life. Yeah, this is like a really personal video just because I have no topics to talk about. So like, put something in the comments so that I have something to talk about the next video if you don't want to just like listen to me rant about my life. Okay, a personal dilemma I'm facing is that it's almost 1 year of not buying any weed, any cannabis. And I used to be a daily stoner for like over 5 years, and then I was like, if I don't finish this project by the end of the month, I'm gonna quit weed. And then I didn't finish the project, and now it's been almost a year and I still haven't finished the project, but I haven't bought weed, so I'm like basically sober at this moment. But then I was like, maybe the sobriety is good for my productivity, and like if I buy it, then I'm going to go slip back into the hole. But also maybe since it's been a whole year, like I've proved to myself I can do it. But I was in this used video game store, and there was this old guy just talking to the cashier, and he was talking about like quitting cigarettes, and he's like, the first time you quit cigarettes is easy because it's you've done it, and then you convince yourself that quitting cigarettes is easy, and then the second time you try and quit, it's not that easy, and then you'll just never be able to quit again, so just quit the first time. So maybe that's my answer there, is I should not become a daily stoner. But like I kind of miss going for a walk in the evening, but then I realized like you can just go for a walk, like you don't need to be smoking a joint, you can just walk. So maybe I should give that a try. Another dilemma I'm facing, yet again, okay, I've talked about this before, is I started this community project, right, where like other people have to submit things, and I'm putting it together into like a zine or whatever. And yet again, I'm slacking on my managerial responsibilities. Like I don't know what my problem is that like once something's real, then I get really avoidant about it. Like when I'm thinking about it in my head, then I'm kind of like happy, and then I start doing it, and then it's like, oh my god, I'm being like hit with like spiky mallets and stuff. And anyway, so yeah, I gotta lock in. That's really the essence of it. And create something every day. That's kind of a message for the day. This was like a really like annoying and rambly video, but I kind of just had the evening off, and I wanted to do clown makeup, so then I feel like I had to make a video. So anyway, I hope you appreciated it. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.